Hey, in this video I'm going to explain how to install a marketing backlog in order to organize your experiments. So I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly the step-by-step how I use and how I create a marketing backlog. First of all, it's important for you to understand why you need to create a backlog. When you are launching experiments such as trying an outbound sequence or launching a paid ads or launching social selling campaigns, you generate a lot of actions, you create a lot of content, and based on that you generate results. The problem is that if you don't keep track of those actions and those results, what will happen next is that you will lose track of what you've done and you will lose track on what brings the best results. So the marketing backlog is here to list everything that you plan to do and everything that you've done, and also it helps you to report the results on the actions that you've done. Later on you will be able to use this backlog to look back and see what was the best action, see what were the best tactics, and also overall it will help you to plan your next move for your marketing strategy. So now let's have a look at how I build a marketing backlog. Alright, so this is a backlog that I just created. It's really easy. I just want to explain to you the concept so you can build it on your own. So you have 6 columns. The first one is experiments. The second is description, then objectives, plan, I-score, and the results. So experiments, it's really easy. You're going to explain really in a short sentence what is the experiment about. So I will give you an example. Social selling 1 week on LinkedIn. All right, so here you see I have the name of my tactic, which is social selling. I have how long it will last, 1 week, and the channel I will use, LinkedIn. With this simple sentence, I'm able to know exactly what's going to happen in this experiment. Then in the description, I will use bullet points or something similar to explain exactly what I'm going to do. So we will have 4 people in the team posting content every day, contacting 5 people by DM per day. So that's an overall description of what's going to happen. So here is basically the to-do list of what needs to be done for this experiment. Then the objective, it's really important for you to set a SMART objective, meaning that it's a figure that you want to achieve with a certain amount of time. So in objectives here, I will say that we want to book 5 demos. So overall, during 1 week, with 5 people in the team posting every day and contacting 5 people per day with direct messages, we want to book 5 demos, meaning that the sales team will be able to talk to 5 people that are qualified, that have intent to buy. Then the plan. So here I'm not going to show you exactly what to put in the plan, but I will tell you what to do. So the plan is like a roadmap on how you're going to implement this tactic. So it's basically the description, but with more details. Member number 1 post on this kind of topic. Member number 2 will do this specific task. So basically you have to first allocate the resources, tell who is doing what. Second, you have to explain the budget. And third, you need to share a timeline where you can explain what is going to happen day by day. Then you have the ICE score system. So the ICE is a ranking system that will help you to prioritize your experiments. So the ICE stands for impact, confidence, and ease. Impact is a score from 0 to 5, where you say, based on what you think, this is an hypothesis, what will be the impact of this experiment from 0 to 5? It can be 2, 5, 3, for example. Then the C is the confidence. How confident are you that this experiment will have a strong impact on your marketing and on the results? Once again, you rank it from 0 to 5. And then the E is the ease. So basically here it's a score to explain if it's easy to implement, because if your experiment is to decorate the Eiffel Tower and that you will reach millions of people, that's a high impact, that's a high confidence that it will work. but the ease is 0 because you are not able to do that except if you have a really big budget. So then what will happen is that you will multiply the score between the I, the C and the E, and you will be able to know what is the overall score. So let's say I have a score of 3 for I have a score of 3 for C, and I have a score of 4 for the E. What I need to do is simply multiply those 3 scores. So here the result is 36, and if you have only one experiment, this is quite useless because you cannot prioritize based on the score. But let's say you have 3 experiments and you have a score of 23 on the second one and a score of 47 on the third one. You know you should focus on the third experiment because it has a higher score. So here, this hypothesis, this experiment is probably the best one because you have a high impact, high confidence and high ease score. Then moving on to the last part, which is the results column. So basically here you will explain and report the results after the experiment is finished. So I will give you an example. What you can say is first was the objective achieved. Our objective was to have 5 demos. Let's say you book 7 demos. We can say that it's successful because we hit the objective and also we went further. But you can also report other results and other like learnings. Here is an example. Don't post more than 1 time per day, otherwise the audience gets bored. This is a type of what we call a qualitative learning, and it's really important to report it in the backlog. Later on, you will be able to iterate based on the results and based on the insights that you generated. So overall, I showed you a very simple backlog because I want you to understand how it works, but you can use other tools in order to create a more advanced backlog. I would recommend a tool like Notion, where you have a table where you list all the experiments and later on you create a full library of experiments that are generating results for your brand. Alright, I hope you like this video and I hope you will be able to build your own marketing backlog from now on. So if you need more marketing tips like this one, you can subscribe to my channel and follow me for daily marketing tips.